Hi guys, my name is AOK and I like to make videos about anything that comes across my timeline, sometimes that's politics, sometimes that's sports, sometimes that's any kind of creator drama that just pops up on the internet. And today we're going to be talking about AOC and her role in the future of the Democratic Party, her role in the future of the left-wing movement. I don't like talking about specific politicians, but I think she is more of a cultural figure than a politician in and of itself, and I want to talk about her role in the social movement of the left or of socialism, or however you want to contextualize it. If that's the kind of thing that interests you, let's get right into it.
On July 18th, the House overwhelmingly voted down Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's amendment aimed at cutting $500 million for Israel's Israeli cooperative programs, including the Iron Dome. Only 6 members, including Greene, Thomas Massie, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Summer Lee, and Al Green, supported it. So yeah, the Marjorie Taylor Greene's bill was to cut down Israeli cooperative programs, including the Iron Dome funding. So I think this, for anybody who has seen what is going on in Gaza, I think this bill is just common sense. I think this bill is just easy. That's like the first step. If you have any opinions of what's happening in Gaza, I think you should agree that the first step is the US stopping unconditional support for Israel. Is no matter how atrocious it gets, no matter how bad it gets, we're going to give you money anyway. That is the first step. And that's why this bill was important. And it's from Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I don't know if I've ever agreed with her on anything before she started talking about this Israel issue. I don't think I've ever seen anything she says that I agree with. She's not even one of those Republicans that talks about like working class issues, to my knowledge, or like that I have seen. So like this is not even a bias issue at all. Like my bias would be, oh, if it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, get rid of this bill, you know. But that just shows how essential it is to stopping. That is the first step to stopping the atrocities in Gaza.
Sorry to interrupt what you were watching. I just wanted to remind you to like the video and subscribe. It goes an absolute long way. I only need a couple thousand subscribers to be able to do this full time, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers. I don't need that many views because of where I live. So just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. For you, it only takes a second, but for me, it makes all the difference. So I'll let you do that, and then, you could get back to this wonderful video that you were watching.
Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez voted against the amendment, explaining that it removed only defensive Iron Dome funding while doing nothing to halt the offensive munition shipments. She argued her focus remains on ending the flow of offensive weapons in Gaza. Okay, so so she's the subject of the video, and I just wanted to talk about, first of all, let's just talk about the fact that I don't know if I should get to that in the end, but I think I can touch on it and improve the point gradually. So I think I just want to express that we don't need AOC to be our savior. And I think if you agree with my politics, which you might not know yet, but just think left liberal, left progressive. If you agree with, if you're in that line, then I think the issue is we should stop looking to AOC to be our savior, and we need to find a more radical figure. Like, all of the criticisms that we have of AOC wouldn't be an issue if she was like the median Democrat. But because we rely on her to push the Overton window left, anytime she makes basic mistakes like this, it becomes a bigger issue than it needs to be. So I think our focus shouldn't be radicalizing the people who are there already, but it should be getting more radical figures in the public eye and in Congress specifically. So in this case, she voted against the amendment, and then I think it's just a straightforward mistake. I think She just, I mean, it's a straightforward mistake. Because her defense was, oh, it stops Iron Dome funding, and she thinks defensively defending Israel is a good thing. The only issue she has with Israel is the attack. And Vosh gave a very, very good example. It's like, you don't give a bulletproof vest to a school shooter because you don't want him to get hurt. Well, the bulletproof vest is what is empowering him to hurt other people. And giving Israel defensive capabilities is what empowers them to go into these wars. And I came across a story which I decided against covering because I don't want to be doing geopolitical commentary. But you still have to. But I think Gaza is more of a humanitarian issue than a geopolitical issue. So I'm comfortable talking about Gaza. Israel just launched a new war against Syria, and it's like, I don't know. I've not seen any country engaged in this many armed conflicts, and it's like if everybody has an issue with your country, then the issue is with you. It's not just, oh, we're in the middle of. I heard my boss said this before. I think he's a secret Zionist, but it's hard to be a Zionist in this environment. He was like, oh, Israel is in the middle of is so unfortunate that they're in the midst of their enemies. And it's like, why are they their enemies? They just woke up one day and decided they hate Israelis, they hate Jewish people, or they hate, the citizens of this country. Of course, it's history of conflict. It's Israel's actions that lead to this. And they've attacked Gaza, they've attacked Iran, now they're attacking Syria. There's one more country, Lebanon. And can you imagine? They've gone into so many wars over the past 2 years that I almost forgot one of them. And it's, if not for their strong missile interception capabilities, which, I mean, Israel is a small country and Gaza is very, very close by, so they need those missile interception capabilities to be able to survive, right? Like they would be so vulnerable if they didn't have those. So removing Iron Dome funding, you aren't protecting civilians, you are emboldening Israel to attack. And I think this only makes sense if you don't think that Israel is an aggressor, that Israel is like this very, very powerful aggressor. It only makes sense if you don't agree with that. And I think that might be her position. Honestly, I think that's what she thinks. And critics on the left argue, I think the critics, including me, critics on the left argue AOC mishandled her messaging, calling the explanation feeble, given that Iron Dome support may embolden Israel strikes, exactly what I said. They acknowledge the amendment would have returned the funds to the general DoD budgets, not directly to Israel, but expect more decisive opposition. Yeah, and exactly. And that is exactly why the bill is important, because you just need to take money from Israel. Like, even if it's symbolic, how much is this? $500 million, right? $500 million. That's nothing from what the US has given to Israel over the past couple of years. But just the signal that this money isn't going to be unconditional. This money isn't just a faucet that is going to come in forever. This money is support for an ally that is well behaved. That is like the first step. It's like, okay, just meet international law standards and we will keep supporting you. Like, you don't even need to understand, have sympathy for Hamas's freedom fighting cause or whatever the fuck, or know the history of the region and see Israel as like a Zionist project, super colonial entity. You don't need to have like a well-informed position. Just start from the point of the West, the United States and its allies should stop giving Israel money until it is in accordance with international law. It's simple. And I think there's a more sinister reason for why Israel is able to behave like this, because Israel is just the boogeyman for United States expansionism and control in the Middle East. And I think Israel at this point operates as the 51st state. That's why you see a lot of people in Congress only representing Israel, like Richie Torres. You only ever see his face when it is to defend Israel. Like there are a lot of very prominent national figures who are also pro-Israel, and I think Joe Biden was one of them. Chuck Schumer is also one of them, and they get a lot of money from AIPAC. But Richie Torres, you only ever see him when it comes to defending Israel. I don't even know what other position he holds. He is just pro-Israel, and they essentially function as a 51st state. Like they're like Israel's interest has been intertwined with America's interest, and I think it goes beyond the relationship of an ally. They are basically a free colony at this point. Anyway, so let's not get distracted from the AOC conversation. So, this episode highlights growing tension within the progressive ranks. Some say AOC is compromising too much within the Democratic establishment. Others urge clearer positioning against military aid and more aggressive advocacy on progressive causes and escalating humanitarian concerns. So, yeah, that I think is really that simple. If we stop seeing her as a savior, we wouldn't run into these issues, because we rely on her. Like, if I don't even know which, I don't really know that many Congress people to give a good example, but like if a centrist Democrat who has been good on Gaza then goes ahead and makes a misstep, we don't even notice. But it's because AOC is seen as like the figurehead. I don't even think she's the furthest left person in Congress. She's just a left person that is very popular. And we just, like, instead of railing against her, we should essentially leave her behind. I think she has served her purpose. She has served her time. She has radicalized a lot of people. A lot of people in New York are more comfortable voting for a socialist because of her. So I think she has served her purpose, and not that we should stop supporting her, stop hoping she wins, or if you're able to stop voting for her. I don't think it's that simple. I think we should just look for other figures. We should look to empower people who are further left, who are able to operate along those lines. You don't have a political disagreement with a politician and then just stop supporting them altogether, especially if they're better than so many alternatives. And I think the left falls into this trap of like, oh, everything has to be perfect. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, having a coherent worldview involves everybody understanding. Having a coherent worldview involves everything working in cohesion to have a goal, because when you understand systemic issues, you understand that, oh, this bad thing affects this bad thing, affects this bad thing. So it's very easy to want everything to be perfect, but it's steps towards that perfection. And I think AOC is a necessary step. She has policies that provide a necessary step. Even her advocacy, even her proud calling herself a socialist, and she's such a prominent figure, and she proudly calls herself a socialist. That is important. No matter how radical you are, she is still important for your cause. So I think we need that. I think the only issue is when you keep making her out to be a hero, a savior, or whatever. And yeah, I think that's it. This video has run long enough, so see you later.
Hi, thanks for watching this video. Before you go, I just wanted to remind you to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed it and you want to see more. Like I said, it goes a long way for me, and it only takes a second for you. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing.